Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor episode big ol' 5-0, I think. If it's not 5-0, it's 5-1. If it's not 5-1, it's 4-9.
It's 50. We've been over this.
In that order. This is the 50th episode, which, I feel like we should have planned something special.
Like fighting a Kraken?
Like fighting a Kraken, but, we just didn't prepare that. Oh, wait, we're fighting a Kraken, but we didn't prepare anything. But we are fighting a Kraken. No recap. We're fighting a Kraken. So, no, let's do a recap. The team has decided to undertake their first task as official members of the Summer Soldiers, which is a group run by Fae in the Outer Nexium of Selindor. This is a task that seems to be set out to accomplish by just about every new adventurer that enters a guild within the I almost said company. It sucks. The guild within Selindor. And they, having made their way in, have decided that they're going to take their shot now. They didn't know much about this repeatable dungeon that exists, a dungeon that hasn't been cleared, and a dungeon where apparently no one ever dies. They're just somewhere else later. They just know that it is known as the Trial of Elements, and that those that have walked away, memories intact, seem to have come back with fractures of the different elements. Nobody has come back with more than 2, actually. But they believe it's possible to get 3 or 4. So, as they made their way inside, they found themselves looking at different portals surrounding them in different directions. They weren't sure how to activate them, but they stepped onto them and watched as the light began to pulse on the one that they assumed would bring them into water. Luckily, they had prepared for this with hats that gave them almost permanent water breathing. Or is it permanent water breathing?
As long as you're wearing the hat, you're good.
As long as you're wearing the hat. So quasi-permanent water breathing. And they stepped onto the small teleportation circle, which pulsed up, and after a 5-second timer, brought them all sucking into an underwater cave, where they immediately engaged in an epic fight with water elementals that were beating the living shit out of them. But they prevailed, only to hear a "Oh, whoops." My throat did not make a noise. And they turn around and find themselves looking at a large tentacled beast moving its way with concerned eyes into what has very obviously been nothing more than its home. So, even though we did this 2 weeks ago and we rolled initiative, I want everybody to have a chance to roll initiative right now.
Yay!
So we're going to roll initiative again and set the order of a fresh fight.
R.I.P. being in first or in...
14 for me.
Nice, Septi. 20.
Nice.
24.
So
Wow.
my dice rolls are still fucked. 15.
15. Okay.
Ah, shoot, I had homework and I didn't do my homework. So I got another beast, didn't I?
Mood, if you haven't downloaded the app yet, I suggest trying that instead on your phone because it tends to be faster.
Yeah, I'm closing all my browser windows now also, so I can try
It could also be your
fix
browser.
stuff. Yeah.
All right. So, as everybody started saying theirs all at once, I kind of got confused. Starting at the top, 25 to 20. We have Propsy at 20.
24 for Orin.
Orin 24. Okay. 19 to 15. Other than Mitnir's at 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it? Okay. 15 to 10.
14 for Seti.
Okay. And how you hanging, Graham? What's your number?
3.
Awesome.
I rolled a 2.
Awesome. Well, if it makes you feel any better, the baby Kraken rolled a 3 plus its initiative. So.
Which is probably far better than mine.
Okay, so as this creature moves into your range of view, it is your turn, Orin.
Okay. Well, he's already in my range for me shooting him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna shoot him with my Radiant Sunbolt.
Okay,
2 shots. So that's a 26.
that'll definitely hit.
That will be 8 radiant damage.
Okay.
And 11. That probably misses.
All right. So as this thing makes its way and just and just begins making like these sort of like, I can't really make the noise right now. My throat's not
Your
in it.
mic doesn't really pick it up anyway.
Oh, fantastic. It basically sounds almost like a whale, that kind of like familiar echoey sort of howl in the water. As it comes into the range, you see that it looks at you all with concerned eyes, and then suddenly there's just like a beam of light that just cuts through the water, and you see bubbles start forming into sort of a just a ray like around wherever this light beam just shot as it piles straight into the side of the Kraken. The got intense really fast as the Kraken then begins to swiftly move all of its tentacles out. So, is that all you were doing, or you got more attacks?
I will spend a key point and flurry of blows for 2 more.
Awesome.
19 to hit.
19 does hit.
6 radiant damage.
Okay.
And another 19 to hit. Or
Okay,
8
yep.
radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna move right back here. That's my turn.
Awesome. So as these beams of light and bubbles start forming in streams ahead of you, Brompsy, you see this majestic, beautiful creature appear in front of you. But it seems to have taken on to an aggressive stance. What would you like to do?
Am I allowed to claim that beast that we talked about before?
I'm trying to remember what beast you're talking about.
Well, you asked me what I wanted to learn for the week, and I said something water, but I didn't have it. Like, which specific one?
Yeah, I didn't know what specific one that was, so I don't know if you have it or not because I don't know what it is.
Can I say that now? I wanted the
Yeah.
giant crayfish. It's challenge rating 2, which is more than good, because 1 level and I can do challenge rating 3, so.
Okay. Give me a second.
There's also the giant white moray eel and a plesiosaurus on the list.
You've definitely not met a plesiosaurus, and I don't think you've met a giant crawfish either, which is...
What?
Well, I mean, you're at the
giant stuff is
zoo.
really strong.
It's just finding specifically that seems like something that would be more difficult for you to come by.
What the fuck is the point of the zoo then?
Well, because they're just not big on their aquatic. They're not a aquarium. They're more of a land-based zoo. I'm not saying that there's not some. It's just...
Okay, I'm looking at what they have in the challenge rating 1. There's a giant octopus.
You can get the file. I'm just gonna sit there. Why do I have?
What about like a alligator or something?
I'm looking.
Stuff that's like land and water.
Giant toad. I don't know if that
A
counts.
giant turtle.
Oh, yeah, breathe air and water. I wanted the giant toad because it has vor.
So amphibious.
There's a 2-headed crocodile, CR1.
I mean, as long as it's the CR is lower than that amount, you could definitely do the giant octopus if you would like, or giant frog, and that would be fine. Because I believe that they would definitely have a giant octopus tank and a giant frog, because that would be between the two of them. Like, they could come out of water if need be, but they need a fully aquatic enclosure for the crawfish, and I don't think that they would have that.
Well, the octopus would need that too.
Nah, man, he's just chilling. He comes in and out of the water all he wants. He's got like a nice
literally
little pool.
is not amphibious.
I know he's not amphibious. I know.
He can hold his breath though.
For 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, well, he's got water. He's got a little place he can hang out. It's just, you know.
Crawfish are
Or you know what?
legitimately
If you want to argue
amphibians.
that, I can take away the octopus too, and we can just go.
Wow. What a bully.
I'm
Get
not
a
trying to
better
bully.
zoo.
Oh, God. Taking away your zoo. Taking away your zoo now too.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I was gonna turn into a crayfish. Now I have to look at the octopus.
Why do I have a cat? What's the point of this cat?
Do I want an octopus or do I want vor? There's no way I'm voring a kraken.
No,
Mhm.
you're definitely not voring a kraken unless you have a bigger kraken. But I would allow a giant toad or giant octopus.
Can somebody else go first and then I take my turn next because I have to look at these two now.
Okay, delay your
Wasn't
turn
prepared.
until you can delay your transformation until after Mitnir has gone. Okay.
So, is this happening like immediately after last combat? Am I still raging?
Oh yeah, you're still raging. You're an
Okay.
angry boy.
I just want to make sure I didn't have to re-up it.
Sweet. Yeah.
Let's see. I need this. All right, so I can get about 30 feet, which gets me. Are these all 5 squares this time?
Yep.
So I can get right up in its face.
Nice.
All
Are
right,
you
yes,
accounting for your ability to move in water?
I have 30 feet movement, swim speed.
Awesome. Fantastic. So you swim right up to this thing and you see these massive tentacles just like raging out around you. You can sort of see like the vague like teeth gnashing underneath. They're just going. So.
I'm gonna start by zapping it.
Okay.
So DC 16
DC 16.
for Dex.
Dex. That is exactly a 16 for his Dex save.
All right, so he takes half of 3, so 1 point of damage, lightning
Okay.
damage.
It doesn't seem to phase him. The electricity arcs into his body, and there doesn't seem to be any reaction whatsoever.
Just kind of look at it for a second, and then I will go ahead and just make my swings. So, first swing is 19 to hit.
19. Okay, definitely hits.
That is 19 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. Nice.
That was actually max roll. So we'll take the second swing. That is 24 to hit
Definitely.
for 17 points of damage.
Jeez, you were tearing this thing up. It's just a baby, man. Give it a chance.
I want calamari.
Okay.
Like a lifetime supply.
As you pull your sword out and you begin just hacking left and right, you're cutting through these tentacles and you see like it's immediately starting to fill the water with this sort of like thick blue ichor that is just like flowing out of it as it goes. You guys can't hear these. These are good noises.
Heard a little bit of it.
Would we be on like a battle map screen or something?
You guys not on a battle map screen?
No.
And there's roll 20.
I am.
Oh, babe, you're also muted.
Oh,
Guys,
sorry.
we're not
I
we're not good
forgot.
at streaming. We've only been doing this for years.
I haven't slept in 8 days.
I haven't slept in 2 years. All right.
Now, kids.
All right, you begin cutting through into its flesh. It definitely seems effective. Bropsy.
Bropsy is going to become a giant octopus.
Okay, I have one of those.
You look so happy. how heavy it was.
That's giant.
How many octopuses have you seen? Look, how many
Compared
octopuses
to a
do you
kraken?
know that are compared to a kraken? It's not much, but compared to all these little people,
Yeah,
that's a
being-
big fucking octopus.
That's a pretty big.
You take up 4 squares, and we take up 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Now go touch
Um,
tentacles.
I'm gonna go touch tentacles. Yeah.
Okay. What's your swim speed? You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and give
60.
you control of this real quick. Okay.
Goodness.
You can now move your octopus.
Okay. Let me zoom out so I can see.
And I'm definitely not going to admit to the fact that you couldn't have a giant crawfish because I didn't have a mini prepared.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just used the octopus mini for the crawfish. You give me that. That's bullshit.
I was literally sitting there googling crawfish.
Are you
Like-
serious? You're
Nope.
nerfing us just because you weren't prepared.
Nope. I wasn't.
Wow.
No, you should have told me ahead of time if you wanted a crawfish.
I told you that I wanted something water.
Okay.
That does
let's
not
take your turn.
narrow it down.
Wow.
I needed to get
hear
every
this?
single
if
aquatic
we
creature
lose,
and make a mini
we get
for
to blame him.
it. Okay. All right, go ahead and take your turn.
I can go. I go on top of his face. And,
Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Loving this.
I'm not sure I want to be part
It
of this.
just
I'm gonna
looks
get
like
eaten.
it's holding its own baby.
Yep, pretty much it.
We're gonna play patty cake.
Okay.
They're gonna have a slap fight.
Take your turn.
I'm trying to figure out how to do. That would be a wow. Okay, I think that's a 15.
Okay, a 15 does not hit. 15 does not hit.
Well,
As you bring your tentacles in and you begin to like swirl them around and like begin to like, I'm guessing you're lashing out with your tentacles, right? Kind of smacking it.
mhm.
As you do that, you begin to snap out, but it like moves its tentacles at the same time, and you guys kind of just like tangle tentacles a little bit, and it comes to like no actual impact.
All right. Well, that's all I can do. This one doesn't have multi.
Okay, Seti.
Alright, Seti is going to cast. Oh boy. She has one casting of Cure Wounds at first level with the instrument. She's going to do that for action. Oh, and only gain 8 hit points back. That's okay. And bonus action, she will. By the way, anybody that I gave inspiration to last time, if you did not use it, you still have it. If you used it, but the attack or whatever you were trying to do failed, you still have the inspiration. That is a new feature I got when we leveled up that I forgot about.
Ooh, that is important.
So you get to keep the inspiration when your thing you use it on failed. Keep that in mind for the future. So, bonus action, she will. Anybody still have inspiration? Who needs it?
I do.
You have it?
I've never been given inspiration.
I don't remember what I'm even able to use it for.
I think we probably want Mitnir. Doesn't. So, she will play a little bit of Mitnir's theme song. Yeah.
The underwater version.
Yeah. It's just she does the burn and slash. So it's all like
And it just comes up as boom.
yeah. All right. That would be Seti's turn. I think she will.
Awesome. Well, with that, the giant Kraken creature will begin to slowly move, and oh gosh, it's been a week since I've actually looked at its abilities.
I'm gonna look it up.
No, I got it. I've got it. Do. Yeah, so it's going to sort of swim around for a moment, and it is going to make a tentacle attack at the. Let's say it's going to keep moving even with you there, and it's going to try to get Mitnir, and it's going to make a tentacle attack, and that's one of it, and that's 22 to hit.
That it's.
Okay, so with that, it is going to hit you for 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. It is then going to use its other tentacle to grab the tiny octopus in front of its face. Tiny octopus. That is a 27 to hit?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's huge. That is 23 points of bludgeoning damage as it grabs this
That
octopus
is half of the octopus's health. Thank you.
and grapples it and twists it around. And then you are also grappled unless the octopus has like a can't be grappled or freedom of movement or something like that.
No. It can grapple, but I don't think it has that.
Okay. So that is its turn for now. So that's going to bring us down to Grimm's turn.
Grimm's turn. Okay, let's see. What level of spell should I use to make sure we're not using too much? Let's see. How big is this thing? Oh, it's 5 foot. Okay, good. He's so large I can do this safely. Oh, well, we're gonna moonbeam right on his face.
Okay.
So have him make a DC 16 con, which I know he'll probably succeed. You're gonna have him roll that DC 16 con?
Natural 19.
Okay, he survives it. Wasn't worried about it. But...
Okay.
So he takes a whole 4 radiant damage. That's
4
after it's
radiant damage. Fantastic.
After it's halved. As bad and not good. Okay, and then I'm going to walk up within the 10 feet of him.
Okay.
And I'm going to first make him roll a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is another natural 19.
Okay, he definitely did not get touched at all by that then. And then... well, Shillelagh's already up, but that would be a bonus action. So I just whop him with my stick.
Okay, whop him.
Come here. Get Shillelagh. That's a 25. That definitely hits him.
25 does definitely hit.
And I think 9 magical bludgeoning.
Okay. Sounds good. So you watch as Grimm comes in, this stretching these sort of like weird, his own sort of tentacle-like arms, begins like beating against this Kraken with a stick. As that happens, he's going to pick up. You see the tentacle reach back with Mitnir in his hand, and he's going to fling Mitnir at Grimm. So,
Catch me.
I'm going to have you make a dexterity saving throw, Grimm.
Dexterity saving throw. Now here's a question, actually. I mean, just know that I got to dodge him, but just wondering if this applies to this at all.
See this
Alright.
going in one of two ways.
Well,
Either
I'm
quick
just-
pull,
I'm-
I'm a spear, or he balls me up and I'm a cannonball.
Oh, I was just wondering if my freedom of movement. 20.
20. Okay. Well, you as that happens, you watch as he flings he flings Mitnir at you, or it flings Mitnir at you and throws him down towards you as you're swimming there. You move deftly out of the way. Mitnir, you slam into the rocks below, and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, 5 by 2, so 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam. Not nearly as bad because the water itself seems to slow you down, but you imagine if this had happened out of water, it might have been slightly painful. It just throws you as you slow down into the water, sort of catching with your tail and creating a sort of countercurrent. You don't seem to take very much damage. But it sits there and it just begins to it's still swinging these tentacles madly around with an octopus and like a giant octopus in one of its tentacles, and has like shit ton more just flailing around everywhere. And at this moment, I need everybody here to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Literally everyone?
Yep. If you're within 120 feet of the Kraken.
I'm gonna add my D8 to that.
19. That's my question too. Is do I dare risk it? Is it something that would be better to like roll a? Is 19 enough, or should I go ahead and opt for 20?
I think if 19
we're
fails,
gonna-
we're all fucked. So
We're gonna chance it at 19. I think
I'm
we'll
at
save it for
21.
somebody else.
Okay, did anybody roll above a 23?
Above
No.
23?
You
Didn't think so.
suck.
No.
That's 12 points of lightning damage to everybody as the Kraken just goes, and and there's like this high-pitched scream, and the water around it begins to crackle and vibrate, and there's just a sudden arc of electricity that flies from its tentacles throughout each of your bodies.
And if you're
As
resistant,
a reaction,
half, right?
It's halved if
That's
you're
it.
resistant.
yeah, as a reaction, I cast Absorb Elements, and I am resistant as well.
Okay. Good call. That was its lair action. That's going to put us back at Orin.
23.
I'm
Move up
dead.
10 feet, and then I'm gonna
You're
shoot.
dead, or you're back to your normal form?
Well, that's what I mean. I'm pretty close.
All right, what are you doing?
Radiant Bolt.
All right, do it.
17 to hit.
17 to hit. That definitely hits.
I am
Okay.
going to keep repeatedly hitting them.
That's 8 radiant damage.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 just hits.
Another 8 radiant damage. Then I will use a key point to flurry of blows again and do 2 more. Oh, 11. That misses.
Mm-hmm.
Another 11. God damn it.
Oh, it sucks to
Roll
suck.
2 4s.
As you send out these bolts of light, the first one striking into its body, you see it just sort of screeches, and then it begins to like move its body around, and as a reaction, it's going to, not as a reaction, but it's going to, as a retaliation to that, is going to reach out with its tentacle towards you, realizing he can't quite reach the distance. I don't think so anyways. Let me double check. Nope, definitely can't. He's just gonna swap Grim with a tentacle. Oh, that might not hit. That's no, it's 20 to hit.
It's 20, it misses.
Misses. Awesome.
Yes.
So it
that's
just
22.
it begins reaching out towards Orin. It realizes it can't reach, and then just instead sort of like lazily swings at the little furball with the stick. Seems not to do much to you. You're easily able to swim around it. So that is Bropsy's turn.
Perhaps he's going to attempt to grapple again.
Okay.
By the way, is this a polymorph or a beast wild shape?
This should be polymorph, I believe.
No, this is the Beast Wild shape.
Mine?
This
This
is
is
a beast?
just a beast.
Oh, it is? Wow, that's a really good beast wild shape.
It's only a CR1. I can go up to CR2. My polymorph can go up to CR8.
Wow.
So, I believe when you're in a wild shape, as a bonus action, you can expend 1 spell slot to regain 1d8 HP
You
per
can.
level
yes.
of the spell slot.
I can do that. I don't know if I want to do that. It's only a CR1. it's gonna suck against this guy. I don't know if I'm ever gonna grapple him.
Well, I will say this. If you're going to try to grapple a creature much, much larger than you, you should know that that is not going to work very well. Because you could maybe grapple one of its tentacles, but
I got a lot more left.
It's still got like 9 more left. So
See, my octopus is useless. I'll let it die.
Okay.
okay, well, you're gonna make an attack roll, or
Yeah.
can at least do some damage. I don't know what your abilities are as an octopus, so
That is a 21.
absolutely hits.
Okay, good. 2d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage. So d6 2. That is wow, 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, hey, that's damage. Every bit counts.
Is there no bonus to that either?
Huh?
It's
There's no
plus
bonus?
3.
Oh,
If the target is a creature, it is grappled.
Okay, but there's a limit to what you can grapple
Okay.
in the rules of grappling. So, I believe you cannot grapple something that is more than 1 or something class sizes bigger than you.
Oh. Can
You
I
can
grapple
do-
a single tentacle?
You can do one size bigger.
Let me have something.
Yeah, so this is a huge monstrosity. It's a titan.
Oh god.
huge is one size larger than large, right?
Yeah, but this is an actual. I'm ruling it as being too large for your octopus to grapple this tentacled monstrosity in any meaningful way.
I mean, not to meta, but it doesn't really matter whether
I'm
she
just gonna leave.
grapples it anyway, right?
No,
Because it doesn't it not it can't be grappled. I'm pretty sure.
It's technically can if you had something that was large and strong enough to grapple it, but not just smaller tentacles. Anyways, but you do make the attack and you get the damage. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Mitnir.
I'm gonna see 5, 10, 15, 20. Swim over here, next to it,
Mm-hmm.
and go ahead and just swing.
Swing.
Oof, that's a 15. I don't think that's gonna
Does
work.
not hit.
Alright, next swing. That's a 17.
17 does hit.
Alright. 4 min damage. 9 points of damage.
Hey, man.
A nice
9
min,
points of
though.
damage is a very good minimum damage.
I know. It's just I have rolled a max and I've rolled a min already.
Hey, now you're looking like you're an average player. Okay, so you strike into the side. You have a second attack, or you missed one? You
I
the
missed
first
one. Hmm.
As you swing the first one, just the water makes it just too difficult to swing through. By the way, melee users cutting through water, we should be doing disadvantage unless you have freedom of movement or a swim speed. So you're fine, Mitnir.
Yeah.
But anybody else doing melee damage that doesn't have a swim speed, please try to help me keep track of that. Melees are more difficult for you.
And I don't
Bonus
think
action,
anybody's
I glare
meleeing
at it
that doesn't
when
have that right now.
Yeah, I'm not meleeing it.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're fine. Okay. Mitnir, I assume you're done. Seti, what you
Alright.
got for us?
Bonus action, Hexblade's Curse.
Okay, he bladed.
So I get +3 bonus to damage rolls, score a crit on 19 or 20, and regains it dies. Also, my attack will be 2 Eldritch Blasts. First one is 20 to hit,
Oh, that'll hit for sure.
and then that's going to be almost max damage. 16 points of damage.
Wow.
Ooh, second one is a 15 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That hits.
No.
15? No.
Okay.
16, yes. 15, no.
All right. So second one misses. That is my turn. I think I'm going to just stay right here.
Okay. That is now the creature's turn, which is going to make Nikita more mad at me. Going to use one of his tentacles to reach out and try to get Grim.
Yeah, first have it roll its DC 16 con as well.
Okay. That's a 29 to hit you, by the way. And
29 hit.
And that's at 18 on its con save.
So it succeeds both.
Okay. So as it hits you, you're going to take.
He takes 5 radiant damage from the moonbeam.
5 radiant damage. Every point counts. You guys are wearing him down. He does look warm. This creature does look like it is taking quite a bit of damage, and it is warm. That's 8, 9. That is 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. And it is going to use its. Oh.
It cannot be grappled. Yeah.
Still up nice. So as he grabs for you, you slip out of its grasp as it tries to use its little tentacle barbed pseudopods and begins to grab around you. Just immediately slip right out of its grasp magically. And you see, like, it doesn't seem concerned by it. It thought it had you, and it pulls the octopus into its mouth and takes a bite.
I do need to take a Constitution saving check for concentration now. Is it a save or just a con check?
Con save.
It's for what?
All right, passed. For concentration.
Yes, it's con save. Okay, so that is a 25 to hit you, octopus.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to do 11, 18, 25 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume that brings you back to normal size?
Yep.
As that happens, it goes to bite you. And as it does, it bites into the sort of octopus head, which sort of like squelches into this beak inside. But then as it does so, it thinks that it's biting you in. But your body just immediately like poofed out, and there's like this sort of like almost like the sort of skin just pulls away from you as the magic just dissolves, and you're currently free from the grasp of the tentacle.
Okay.
Because it thinks that it just ate you, so it's going nom 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 nom. But since you made yourself something that was large instead of medium or small, it does not swallow you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is its turn, more or less, but I'm going to get rid of this guy, drop you back in, and it is going to use its movement, and it is going to swim all the way over here. So attacks of opportunity from Grim and Bropsy and Mitnir, if you would like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we
15,
go.
no good.
Where's my damn shillelagh? I can never find it.
I'm going to double check that.
20. So
Yeah, we're good.
as another what's that? 9
Can I
9
use a
damage.
cantrip as a?
If you have Warcaster.
Oh, okay. So I can only do.
Yeah, it'll move itself all the way over here.
That is a 19 for my shillelagh.
A 19 for your shillelagh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
12 damage.
Nice. Okay. Anybody else?
I missed.
Missed. What about you, Grim?
I hit him. I already told you I hit him for what did I hit him for 8?
8. Sorry, there's just a little bit too much going on.
No, I hit him for 9. Sorry, 9.
Okay. So, with that, it is now Grim's turn.
Okay. First step, I move my moonbeam back on top of him to have him roll another thing. You do whoozy, what's it?
How far can you move your moonbeam?
Oh, I don't know. How far can I move my moonbeam? Let me look. That's a good point.
Because I tried to move him 50 feet, So I can't actually move him that far because of the way things are set up.
Let's see. You can 60 feet in any direction.
Yep, well, you got him.
So have him roll his DC 16. He's probably gonna succeed if that's okay.
Oh yeah, he rolled 23.
So he'll take. If I keep rolling, great. 12. 12. 25 divided by 2, right?
Nice.
And then Grim will kind of go get up around him because I have a bajillion movement speed right now. And within 10 feet, I will flank with Orin there, and I will shillelagh with advantage. Oh, and I actually have him roll it just in case. Have him roll another for the Halo spores. It never works, but have him roll it anyway.
That's a 22.
Yep,
So
nothing happens.
He's probably good.
Okay, so then we're gonna shillelagh with advantage. Yeah. Shillelagh with advantage. No, 19. And another 8 damage. There you go.
Alrighty, so this thing, as the light begins to sear it, you see bubbles starting to appear on the top of its flesh from just the radiant damage. You see that there are cuts and bruises all around its body. It seems a lot weaker than you would have expected a Kraken, especially a creature of this size, to be. And that's when you realize it's a lot younger than it appears, and a lot less dangerous. However, at the end of your turn, it is going to make a tentacle attack at Seti. That is 17 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah, it rolled a 5, natural 5. And then it is going to do its lair action happens. So, once again, 23 con save.
Oh.
After all, nat 20 to get that.
I got a 21.
Nope.
Nope.
It's not even possible for me to get a 23.
Mm-hmm. It's a big, scary baby. So that's 8 points of lightning damage. Those of you resistant take half damage for 4.
Earn another spell slot to make it 4.
And then it is going to be Orin's turn. This creature is going
Actually, no, I'm not.
Okay.
in the water, which is sort of like ripping through, and it's like causing the water to kind of vibrate as it cries out. This thing's looking like really hurt and really upset.
And it's crying for its mommy. And then we're all gonna die.
I am going to bonus action Step of the Wind to disengage and move away from this thing.
Okay.
So I can go about 20 feet away there. And then I will shoot it.
Sounds like a plan.
Come on. Nope. That's a 13. And 23 for 10 radiant damage.
10 radiant damage. Okay. Looking rough.
That's all I got.
Okay. Brapsi. Actually, at the end of your turn, it's going to... it doesn't have anybody.
This one.
It can't really do anything, so it's just gonna cower. Yep, go ahead, Brapsi.
Believe I'm just going to frostbite it right now.
Okay.
Or try the con 15.
Con 15. Natural 20.
That's what we need.
Okay, that's my
Do you
turn.
want to take anything on half?
Oh.
Takes
If it's
anything on a
cantrip,
failure.
Usually not.
Yeah, if
No,
it's
on a
cantrip,
failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold damage.
1d6 cold.
Thank you for asking. So that is
Oh, you're
2.
using a different thing then. I
2
keep
points.
confusing what you're doing with my chill touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 different things. Okay, so that was Bropsy's turn. As you guys continue to buffet this thing, it begins coursing through the water.
Right.
There's light happening everywhere. Bits of ice are just now floating in the
I
bubbles.
believe it still has disadvantage on the next weapon attack.
That's only if it fails. Should be.
Oh. Never mind.
Okay. That's going to be Mitnir's turn. But as I was saying, ice begins to float as the bubbles begin forming around this creature. It begins sending out these wails over and over again, seemingly to no avail. It is your turn, Mitnir.
I'm gonna move to there. That's my movement, and then I'm just gonna ready an attack. So if it swims past me, I can get a swing at it.
Okay, fantastic. Seti?
I'm gonna pull a Nikita and use
What?
my universal speech to be magically intelligible
Yes.
to the baby Kraken.
Okay.
And
I
I'm
love that I am the verb for this.
I'm just gonna say, wait, everybody calm down. I can see that you're an intelligent creature. You're hurting. We came into your home and you got scared and we got scared. We don't have to fight. We just are here for the fracture. We can all be friendly. Maybe you can even help us. And we can maybe heal you a little bit.
Make a persuasion check.
That is a 24.
This creature begins to like move and twist in the water. As it does that, you see the blue ichor just like forming everywhere. Come on, microphone.
Just don't bother.
As the sort of screams like twist through the water, and you can hear them like piercing, like your ears hurt just from the vibrations. As this thing does this, you see its tentacles sort of wrap and twist in, and it sort of holds itself.
Oh.
And you see like one of its tentacles is like you in its little mouth underneath, and it just kind of curls up into itself. It's hard to say.
I'm going to use my movement to just approach it
Okay.
and just be like, I'm so sorry. I think this was all just a big misunderstanding. Everything's going to be okay, right? Blink once if yes. And I guess that's my whole turn. Maybe for my bonus action, I will. How many do I have left? I have too many fucking bonus actions. I'm going to inspire Orin, just in case. With just a few lilting notes from remember anymore, but that'll be my turn.
Concentration at will. Like, can I just do it anytime? Like, if I wanted to. If I wanted to let up.
What's up?
Well, I'm just wondering. She
You
said
can
everybody
drop
calm
a spell
down.
anytime you want.
Okay, I was gonna say. Or is this guy
You
about to
can
get railed
drop the
again?
spell at will. If you want to stop Moonbeam, which is currently searing this baby, yes, you can turn it off. at will.
Okay, because otherwise he's gonna just get mad again. So we'll just like before it's his turn, we're going to turn off Moonbeam.
Okay, so as this thing, curls in, the Moonbeam finally shuts off, and it just, and like you see, it sort of untenses, for just a moment. It is its turn. It is going to reach a tentacle out at Seti. Are you attempting to dodge this tentacle that's coming towards you? Well, it doesn't really matter because it is a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
Its tentacle reaches out and it grabs you. You not take any damage.
Okay.
You're grappled.
Okay.
It is going to swim.
Uh oh. Bye,
Over
everybody.
You're now its mama.
And it takes off a SETI.
Oh, okay.
It just kind of swims over to its pile of gold and just kind of like, you guys watch as it disappears into like one of the dark holes. And you hear SETI just going into the distance.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice knowing her.
It's Grim's turn if he
That's-
wants to continue doing anything.
And that's how SETI died. I mean, yeah.
Do we just start looting the gold?
I'll move to like right here.
Rage loot.
Be like,
Rage
hey,
loot.
SETI, are you okay? Like,
Yeah, yes, I think we're friends. I don't think I'm a snack unless he's saving me for later.
I want
And just talking to the ring, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Oh,
have
that's
to
right.
yell.
I forgot. Well, I walked all the way over there.
Yeah, just like put
Ring's
it
right here. Just...
close to your mouth. It just comes out of the water into your little air bubble, and you can just talk right into it.
He is technically not one that I would have the ability to count as like that.
So, if you guys are attempting to let combat drop, let me know. Anybody
Right.
who's still actively ready for combat, also let me know, and you can stay in initiative.
Grim is gonna like look at the thing and be like, "Now, if you try to hurt SETI, just know we're going to have to kill you. I don't mean that in a mean way. That's just how it's going to be."
You don't have to speak with animals, or not that it would matter what speak with animals. This is a monstrosity.
Yeah, but I mean, he could probably understand maybe. Besides, I think he's a giant squid. He can probably understand me. He just can't communicate. I can't understand him. Depends on how you roll it. It depends on if my speech of the what's it called? Oh gosh, features and trades.
Well, what language are
on
you
how-
speaking in?
The common. That's my speech of
It
beast.
doesn't
and
seem to react to you.
It says you can communicate with beasts and it's not technically. But anyway, you're gonna say it because as far as Grim knows, it's a giant squid. It's an animal, and he can talk to it in his mind. But he's not gonna be threatening. He's just gonna be
You
like,
see
"I
these
will
big red
have
eyes
to
just like
kill
puppy
you."
dogging you and looking at you, and like the highs themselves are about the size of your entire body, maybe like your chest, I guess more accurately. And it's just like looking at you, like blank expression, and you see that the tentacle was setting it kind of goes close to its mouth, just like slowly, just like
That he's just maybe like rubbing the tentacle a little bit, like petting it, and just being like, "I'm so sorry we hurt you. We didn't know."
You notice you're being moved towards the mouth of the.
She's
very
like,
slowly.
It's, we're going to make it better, okay? We can make it better. We can be friends, not snacks, not snacks, not snacks. Hey.
SETI, if the fracture is in its belly, maybe take it, but also if it's not, then yeah, I would try to get out.
Is it still putting me towards its mouth, or did it?
Oh, then when I did this, it pulled you away from its mouth,
Okay.
and you guys see like the eyes get somehow wider. So like the octopus just like opens up somehow bigger, wider puppy dog eyes, and then it kind of like settles it back down and like moves its tentacle away like it got in trouble. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't seem to react 100% to speech, but whatever SETI's doing because of the universal,
It can
seems to
understand me for 1 hour, so
Hmm.
that he's just going to just keeps like, "I'm so sorry we hurt you. Where does it hurt? Are you? We can maybe heal you a little bit and make it feel better. It hurts right there. Okay," and I'll do a healing word. Because why not?
Meanwhile, everybody else should be looking to see if we can find the fracture.
I
I mean,
heal,
I think
heal it
it's
for 7.
hungry. Give him a berry.
Oh yeah, do I have any berries on me? Maybe I saved one from some of our breakfasts.
If you do, from being squeezed by this thing, it's now mush on the side of your body.
You can always ask Grim, he can make more.
Are you hungry? Would you like a snack?
Oh no, I definitely have more. I
Then
make 10 every time and they need to be
Grim-
consumed within 24 hours.
Grim, bring some berries in here. I think it's hungry. My friend is going to bring you some snacks, okay? They're really filling. They're really good.
Yeah, because I think only like a couple of us had a berry this morning, and
Yeah.
so I probably have like 6 to 8 left. So
Probably.
just like I'll let it up and just gonna like pop one in his mouth.
What can you guys hear now that I've said this like this?
Your
Okay,
voice?
Guys, can you hear yourself?
No.
No, we
No.
couldn't hear ourselves before.
Sweet. So it goes. Which is not nearly as good as the noises I was making earlier.
Does it take the berries?
You
Well,
put the berries out
all
towards
the
it, it
berries.
reaches, and it will grab Grim, start moving him towards its mouth.
But they will try to grab Grim.
Just the berries, okay? Not the whole thing. Just the little berries he's going to give you with his fingers.
I mean, he still can't grapple me. So,
It goes to grab you. You're very slippery.
like, no, I can get closer if you want, but you know, no grab Grim. And just like toss a berry in.
Kind of like a chirp, just like rings out, and as you throw the berry towards you start to throw it, and you realize you're in water, and it kind of just
It floats, he can grab it. Grab the berries, they're really tasty. I know they're really tiny, but they're going to fill you up. It's magic.
See's kind of like tries to get these
He's got
berries.
all these tentacles. He can...
10
Yeah,
foot
the
tentacle
tentacles are
arms.
so big, and these berries are so small. So
Well,
it tries
I
to
have
move
a-
its tentacles, and then berries are just like in
All right, let
the currents of water.
Tell him to open his mouth and we'll deliver the berry.
That's right. I do. All right, so I'll use my 10-foot tentacle arms to just plop a berry in his mouth, without getting in his mouth. Right.
Do you know anything about the fracture here? Like a magic little shard, a sliver, an essence of something like water?
It pulls you up, and you're like looking right in its eyes. It's got its tentacle, and you're like right there, and you see its the rest of its tentacles sort of like have it almost like walking around like a squid, sometimes like an octopus sometimes does. You know how squids usually themselves through the water, but this kraken just like sort of like crawling around, grabbing onto things and
Hey,
finding its way, and it's like
Grim,
looking at you.
maybe you should do your detect magic thing to see if you can find something around nearby.
Sure, let's do that. Where
Again,
is
I'm so sorry for this big misunderstanding. I hope we can be friends now that we have...
make a persuasion check again.
Dropsy also has the shrunken head, by the way.
That's a 26.
26. It's going to crawl around some more.
You're super
going to-
cute.
And it's going to crawl. Again, this very large creature is going to pull you, and it's going to sort of like settle down into its treasure, and kind of like you guys watch the treasure start just like shifting all over the place. And one of its tentacles just comes from this box that's sitting in the middle of its spot, and it starts to rustle it.
Is that it? Is it that the fracture? Can I see it?
It sort of puts you towards the chest. I mean,
Okay.
Let's open it up.
Yeah. I opened
Wait,
it.
are
That's
we
a lot.
not eating it tonight?
No, I don't think so. We're friends now.
Oh,
Lacetti, you're the one who opens boxes, right? I think this is your.
it's a locked chest.
It is locked? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll take a stab at that. Oh, it's been a long time though. How do I do this again?
It's been a long time since I picked a law.
That's
Sorry.
a dex check plus my proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is a 24.
24.
Also, I think I
Open it
have the
up,
gloves
and
now,
look
don't I?
what's inside. A crystal about the size of your entire body is inside of this chest.
Oh, it's a big chest.
Yeah, it's a very large chest.
This is a big huge fracture. Is this a fracture?
As you go to open it up, you see that inside of the chest there is a large, dimly lit blue crystal that seems like, in and of itself, it is made of water.
Wow, this is super cool. Very pretty. Grim, can you confirm, or maybe with the head, whoever has the head, maybe confirm what this is?
I feel like if I turn on
Pull out the head.
detect magic, my brain is probably going to explode.
Maybe. What does the
You
head
pull up
say?
the head goes, it's magic. Holy shit. Are you using it to do identify item or something, or?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Can I do that?
You can do that once per day. Yeah.
I think I do that once per day.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So as you do that, the only information that you get back is specifically. Hold up, I gotta get my notes. It is
Big ass rock.
the heart of Aegir.
Art. Okay.
Well, so we're just gonna wrap a rope around it and bring it back? Is that the plan?
Is it narrow enough it would fit in the bag of holding?
No.
Don't we have another
Yeah.
thing we have too?
Maybe Bropsy can stay an octopus and just carry it.
How big is
He's
it?
not an octopus anymore.
Oh.
How much can Grim carry?
I mean, I could
Let's
turn
see.
back into one if we really need that.
How much are what now?
Wondering how much I can carry.
It's hard to tell how much it weighs. In the water, it doesn't seem to weigh anything. You can move it around like it's just like the same density of the water around it. It just seems to have like a hard exterior.
Well, we have
But
to,
you would say that it's kind of like moving around like about 50 gallons of water.
that's not too bad. The gallons of water is not too bad. What is Grim's carrying capacity? It's a lot.
I think it's something like 80 pounds.
No. Well, you mean the thing?
Crystal, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can carry that without any problems.
It shouldn't be
Kind
that
of-
big of a deal to lug it. It's
Well,
just
and
a little bit cumbersome.
Furbolg carry weight is as if I was a size larger. So I carry things as though I were a large creature.
Cool.
If you click on inventory and click on weight carried, you'll see what your carrying capacity is.
Weight carry. I have to click on it? Oh,
Yeah.
my carrying capacity is 480 pounds.
That's pretty fucking high.
Yeah. And I'm at 115. And I could push, drag, or lift 1,000. 960.
He's a very strong druid.
But okay, so I'll wrap as long as he lets me, I'll wrap some rope around the giant water rock.
Use your
Can-
tentacle arm.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to carry it.
I'll just talk to... We can have this? Is that okay? Thank you so much. I'm really sorry we hurt you. You're beautiful.
I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on him.
Yeah, I'll toss him a second level. What's that called? I'll toss
You
him
guys
a
are using
second
a lot
level.
We
of
don't
cure
get
wounds.
to rest, guys.
Yeah.
We need to heal ourselves and fight more
Just
stuff.
to be. Well, that's
We
fine.
hurt
Alright.
a baby.
He'll heal himself.
I will stab it before you guys heal.
I'll stab
Um,
you.
I probably have potions too. Oh well. Anyway, neither here nor there.
Are you...
Still holding steady.
I'm gonna toss a potion in his mouth. Toss one greater potion in his mouth.
You watch as the potion just floats in front of it.
Only just here, eat it. Tell him to eat this, Eddie.
That's
It's like
going
watching
to...
the potion just like
That's
move
going-
through the water.
It's going to make you feel better if you eat it. It'll help...
Maybe not the glass, just the liquid.
Yeah, it's like a 15.
I mean, how do you drink a liquid underwater?
I'm sure a Kraken doesn't care if it eats
Yeah,
glass.
no big deal.
It's probably not.
All right,
that
yeah,
big
sure.
of a deal.
I'll say that it eats the glass. It eats the whole bottle.
I mean, it was
How much
going
does
to
it
eat
go
a whole
for?
person, so, you know.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
like-
what's the difference
and it has-
between both
I'd
right now?
I'm going to say that it doesn't struggle with this command. It understands you guys are giving it small, tiny things to eat, and they're not the worst thing ever. So how much does he go for?
11 hit
Just
points.
15.
44 plus 4, I believe.
44 plus 4, so 15.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah,
That's all he
Just-
gets.
Are you going to be okay down here? You have. All right. It was really nice to meet you. I'm so sorry we hurt you and all of that. But you're beautiful. You're amazing, and I feel very lucky to.
Okay. It immediately, like, its eyes get really wide again for a second, and it sets Seti down for the first time. Well, sets her out into the water for the first time, and it sort of like zips off.
Bye.
Like a first, like 30 seconds later, you guys almost think, all right, I guess it's time to go. It comes back with a small broken front of a ship, the capstan of a ship, and it sets it in front of it. Goes.
Oh, what is
Okay.
this? Is this a?
Like a really eroded. You can tell it was the shape of a woman at one point. You're not sure if it was like a mermaid or if it was just like a woman holding a sword, but it's like reaching out with like the front of the, or not the capstan, whatever the front of the ship.
Figurehead.
Figurehead. Yeah, the figurehead of a ship, and it's just like.
Is this your friend?
It's like using it like a doll.
Oh, she's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's so nice to meet you, I say to the
Right in
figurehead.
front, it puts it right up in your face, like just
Yeah.
moving you and it with the water.
Oh, lovely. I like mime like I'm shaking the figurehead's hand.
Seti, can you ask if its mama's nearby? Or if she's
Do you
around?
have is there an adult nearby? Around somewhere? You have
It looks
Safe
kind
question.
of nervous.
I don't mean any harm. I just want to see if
It just looks very like sad, like kind of like just, oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We really need to improve Kraken human relations. It's gotten really out of hand, I think.
If it doesn't have a mama, tell it can come live with me. Tell it. Tell it.
But
Tell it.
Airship.
I don't know exactly how this would work, but you are always welcome to come hang out with us. Rapsy is an excellent mother. She has already adopted many things, and would be happy to take care of you. You're very big, and you can easily take care of yourself, I'm sure. But maybe we'll come visit, or see each other around. We do have to get going, though. Some bad things are happening elsewhere that we have
I would like to pet the Kraken.
You pet the Kraken. Its
Yeah.
tentacles are kind of just moving around. It doesn't even seem to really notice much, but it's.
Am I still near its
it doesn't-
face?
Well, it's got like the thing there, and like as you
it's
guys
playing.
are having this conversation, saying you're about to go, it's already like re-grabbing you with its other tentacle, another one of its tentacles, and it's
Tell
kind of
it.
like using you as a doll with the figurehead.
Gotcha.
Tell it that if it wants to come with us, we have other water creatures that it can play with.
We do have other water creatures you can play with if you want to come with us, but obviously it can't happen right now because where we're going next is not underwater. But
We'll come back before we leave.
but we can come back and see you again before we leave, I think. And in the meantime, I know your friend here
Make her
is
another persuasion check.
going to keep you excellent company.
I'm gonna fail one of these.
You can't fail
How
it,
dare you.
Well,
Jeez.
that one was a
but it doesn't matter.
19.
But you,
Is it?
Guidance!
Hang on. Is it performance? Or
Too late for guidance.
Ah, fuck you.
Gotta do it before the roll, man.
I'm always touching people. I'm giving them guidance all the time. I don't think about it.
Yeah, you're touching a Kraken right now. I don't think.
Okay, I'm
you're
giving the
thinking about
Kraken
touching-
guidance.
That Kraken's got super guidance.
19.
It
So
feels
as you say
lovely.
this to it, it just has like a very sad look on its face, and it kind of like sets you down like reluctantly, and it dips back out, sort of swims back out, and you see it comes back with other pieces of ship. It's got like a mast now, and and you can see that it's playing with like the little crow's nest at the top of the mast, and it's just
Maybe we could help repopulate this place and bring you other Krakens or other friends to play with here.
How many things are you gonna try to breed with? You can't repopulate.
Well, I didn't mean. Okay. We'll think
There's
of
only
it.
one Kraken there. How are we gonna do this?
We'd have to bring another one. We'll see what we can do.
Also, that's a baby.
Well, it won't be a baby forever.
You're right. It won't be reasonable forever.
It really was.
How many Krakens have friends as babies, right? You know, maybe it'll grow up and be a good.
Yeah. It really was so
Alright.
nice to meet you, and I hope we'll try to see you again soon, so we can spend more time together.
Strapping this gigantic thing to my back.
And I
Some
am
rope
like
with-
swimming away. I'm kind of like motioning behind me for everyone else to like go.
I'm gonna add it. What is it? What's it called? This thing.
What, the creature?
The heart
The
of
stone.
what?
Oh, the heart of Aegir.
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 Art's gonna grow up wanting more toys and sink a whole bunch of ships for more
I'm just
toys.
gonna call it Wondrous.
Sure. Yeah, I don't make
And-
items for things. I always forget to make items for.
This is what happened with all Krakens, is they all think people are friends, and ship parts are
Alright.
toys.
Yep.
Just
That's
make it
always
thing.
how it happens with.
Friends are bringing me
with
more
dragons.
toys.
Yeah, they don't, you know. Oh no, my friend's a skeleton now. Well, that's just what happens.
I don't know how to just make a thing.
Yeah, everything can breathe underwater, right? If I bring them down here.
What's air? What is that?
Okay, so as you guys begin making your way back to the portal that you assume brings you back home, you guys see the Kraken is constantly like going back and getting more stuff and bringing it to show you. Like it takes like a good 20 minutes just to get out of there with this baby Kraken trying to show you all of its good stuff. Is anybody doing anything else before you leave?
Give it a kiss.
Okay, you give it a little peck, and
Well, Seti and Bropsy were all talking and stuff with the Kraken. I think Oren was gonna maybe loot some of this gold.
yeah, you go steal some gold, and that's why I asked if anybody was doing anything else before you leave. All right,
We had it
just
right next to it. Just
collect. You can collect as much as you want. Really, it's mountains of gold, magical items. Like it's just this place looks like a super treasure trove.
gonna fill my pockets with whatever I can that's nearby.
Okay. Yep. We'll just go ahead and say that you fill your pockets with about 50 pounds of treasure, and then we will
I
take
can't
it from
believe
there.
You're taking candy from a baby.
Doesn't need it. He has his toys.
He took it from lots of other things. So I'll just write 50 pounds of treasure. Got it.
Mitney just stared on, like, kind of dumbstruck, sees Orin doing that, just like, yeah, uh-huh. And just watching what's going on, just like, looks at his sword, just kind of like, I don't even know, you know?
Okay. So as you all make your way back into the portal, it begins to light up and pulse below your feet. You look over at the Kraken, who starts to look a little sad.
I'm singing to him as I'm backing up. I'm singing a song about the ocean.
And he starts to wiggle back and forth. And as the light begins to pulse around and you feel bubbles starting to form around you, you see a massive black tentacle reach out from the darkness behind. You see as it wraps around the Kraken and it drags him into the darkness.
Oh no!
The last thing you hear as you're transported is a scream, wail
Fuck!
through the water.
Gag,
You-
I hate
And that's
you.
where it
I
takes that break.
actually hate you.
You
I
son of a
actually
bitch.
hate you.
I could have just been the mama.
So we'll be back in about
We're
5
not
minutes,
friends
guys.
anymore.
That
No, he
is-
screamed. We're not friends anymore.
That entire combat was set up. He's got concerned eyes from the very beginning. I was like, I should talk to him, but you know what? What if I waste my turn? That would be stupid. I'm not going to talk to him. And then I decided to talk to him. You set us up. We fell for
And
it.
we'll take our break. It'll be 5 minutes, guys. We'll be right back. Thanks so much for hanging out. And we're back, guys. Probably. Be my guess. We're back. So, those of you who missed before the break, the last thing that they heard as they left their new little Kraken baby friend was the sound of it screaming as it got ripped into the darkness by a dark tentacle-like shape. Something much, much larger than the Kraken they just faced. As you guys pour out onto the ground, back.
I think Seti has tears on her face.
We have to go back. We have to.
There's nothing we can do.
How do you know there's nothing we can do? We can try.
Trust me, there's
We
nothing
can't.
we can do.
This whole thing is Northot. This whole thing is his place, his game, or his prison, or his puzzle, or something. And we are just 5 very small stuck inside.
I think when Orin comes popping out of there, he probably spills some treasure on the ground. Because his pockets are bursting right now.
As you come into the space and you go to check your pockets, you watch as nothing but water falls out from inside of them.
Every time there's a room full of treasure, it's never treasure.
Hey,
What
at
about
least
my-
it wasn't cursed this time.
Do we still have
What about
the
my big
shard?
thing? Yeah.
The shard is still tied to his back.
Okay, I still got my backpack. We're good.
I hate this. Hate it. You hear that,
Well-
Northot? I fucking hate you! I'm sick of your games!
You watch as Teddy just explodes.
Is here, so be it. Oh man.
Can we make like an intelligence check? Did it look like it was very clearly like a Northot type tentacle?
I actually had Orin make a intelligence check during the break because he asked about it, and he can tell you if he wants.
Correct
If you're
me.
gonna ask
Correct
about
me
it.
if I'm wrong while I'm shouting about Northot.
No,
like,
you're right.
like was that just like a bigger
I've been
Kraken?
grabbed by those tentacles. I know what that's like.
Sure, you
Yeah.
did get dragged through the swamp by those tentacles.
Well, that wasn't the little goat monster. That was the big actual Northot tentacle.
Wait, is there a bigger goat monster?
The goat,
The goat monsters are
like,
just his little avatars. They're pieces of him. And there are many. I feel like I told you guys this before.
Yeah, we
You
knew
did.
that.
You told us that. You didn't tell us like.
I
mean,
learned through
that they was
repetition.
that big. I don't think.
Well, I don't know his full size.
Do you think that was like an arm of his full size? Like a finger of his full size?
Maybe.
His
He
toe?
has lots of magical powers. He could have just manifested that. Who
Well, we
knows?
know he's like some big, scary, like eldritch horror thing from beyond the plains. Like, he could be the size of universes.
But regardless, it was definitely Northot that took our little Kraken buddy.
Little Jimmy.
How did you even have time to name it?
I just call him Jimmy.
I think
Nice
that's
knowing
just
you.
his go-to name choice.
But no, there's no.
He was
It
just
was
so
Jimmy.
sad and lonely. Well, Northot's doing whatever he wants. Probably kill.
So,
Probably.
so do we think it's the same with the other ones, or we're going to go help them, and then they're going to get beat up by a giant tentacle?
It's like
Don't
we
know.
came in here to do one thing, and we were expected to do one thing, and something bad is going to happen to all the things we run into, whether we do it or not.
I mean, in our defense, those water elementals attacked us immediately.
They did.
So-
No, that's fair. And they were really fucking me up. I almost died. It was not good in there.
Yep, you and me both.
Yeah. But then you know this is going to need a minute. Get a short rest.
I don't know.
No one else ever mentioned anything like that, though, did they?
Maybe they never went in that one.
Or maybe they never tried that.
You're telling me out of all the times that no one did that one.
If they didn't have water breathing, why would they go in there?
Or maybe they went in and they drowned, or the water elementals killed them, or they fought and died.
Or maybe there used to be more Krakens.
Maybe there's a new Kraken every time.
I drink a couple potions.
Well, if we can short rest, you don't need to be drinking potions.
Yeah. I would love a short rest. During what happens? I can play a Song of Rest. Anyone who regains hit point.
Oh, is that true? Okay. If we're gonna use the mumbo jumbo, let's do this.
Okay, so we'll do a short rest, and everyone spends hit dice gets it.
Look this down here. Short grass.
We good with that, DM?
Absolutely. You guys, as you settle down into the sort of soft bluish green grass, you feel relaxation immediately take you. It is very easy to rest here. And as you get close to the hour of your short rest, you feel this moment where you could just keep sleeping. You know you could. Or you could keep resting, but you know you would sleep. And the choice is yours.
No, we're not doing that.
I think Seti's just very, very focused on her song. She's playing for an hour to very focused. The song is done.
You know that you could just rest now. You could be done this moment. Shake it off, and as you all get to your feet and look around, you can take your hit dice, whatever you want to do, and just be aware that was your first opportunity out. You passed it.
Yeah. I think that was pretty obvious.
No, and that's what I'm saying is like you are very aware. You can feel that feeling come over you. So whatever that means for your character, that's why I'm telling you directly. So you look about the space, the winds, the breeze up here, not as intense as it was in the labyrinth winds that took you here, and yet still strong and somehow gentler, even though it's every now and again more forceful. It still feels very, especially to you, Bropsy, being from the plane of air, you get this feeling of just like support from the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Like it fills your feathers. What would you all like to do?
Cry.
Pick a portal, any portal.
What do we have here? Fire, air, and earth?
There is a portal with green markings on the left. There's a small glowing, it's as you see. And then there's one with sort of reddish, orangish on the right. And the bottom, the archway is broken, but you see that there is a sort of like a light green pedestal at the base, like this sort of teal color.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't quite feel ready for fire yet. I think that will probably be the most difficult for us, if not all of us, because heat sucks.
But wouldn't it be better to do that now, before we're
No, I still have spells left.
exhausted?
Well, I also think it might be the one that does us in. So,
Well, that's not very confident of you.
Well, doesn't that just get more likely as we get tired?
Not about you, but Grim barely. I use very little. on that last one. It was very sparing.
I have plenty to keep going for probably 2 more if they're not. It just depends, right? Because the air one, I might have to cast fly on people, or we plummet to our death. I can only do that to 2 people. So,
Mitnir raises his hand.
probably Mitnir can carry somebody.
Perhaps you could polymorph somebody.
Yeah. But that one sounds like it will probably burn a lot of resources. So,
Yeah,
Well,
they only get 1 polymorph.
yeah.
We should just do Earth then, yeah?
I would like to test the waters with Earth, so to speak. And see if we can get through that without spending a lot of our resources. And then think about maybe air or fire.
Cue that baby Tarask.
So go to the green one.
I
That's
guess
okay
so.
with the...
I mean, we think it's the green one and not the light, like, bluish green one, right? I'm pretty
No,
sure
yeah,
we
I think the one on the left. Right?
Okay, you guys are going through the portal on the left.
Yep, let's go.
Okay.
Yes.
As you guys step onto the portal, you see it begins to glow with a sort of dull green light at the base, and it begins to spread along the runes, cascading around, twisting, moving. And as you all step on, there's finally a flash. And for a moment, you watch Orin as those around you are frozen. Light is beating around you as a black abyss is above you, and you can see light stretching into it. And it's as it pulls the veil over you, you see, in this instance, looking ahead of you, the part between 2 worlds. As it falls like a scan above, throughout and around you all, you see in the instance as you transition from one space to another, burning a sun, black writhing below it. The fixation on you. And then it's gone as you find yourself looking in a dark cavern. Everybody else,
Good
you
sign.
transported into a dark cavern.
That's not a good sign.
Hey, where are we this time?
I don't know, let's tap our little lights.
Let's drag you guys in here. Not sure which one you're doing yet, so let's get an Orin in there. Let's get a Bropsy in there.
So we can take our fancy hats off for this one.
And take
Yes.
a Grim,
Just use our fancy circuits
a
instead.
Mitnir, and a Seti. There we go. As you step out into the dark, there is no light whatsoever here.
Oh, headlamps.
Dimps.
Get our rainbow color of headlamps going.
All right.
Having a-
As you
another
guys
raid.
slowly light the area, y'all in a cave, man. It's surrounding you. You see walls in sort of all directions, except for you can see the sort of tunnel disappearing off in one direction to using the map's terms to the north of you, as you can see on the map.
All right. I'll take
Have
point
fun,
again.
Seti.
Yep. I'm going to move about 10 feet ahead of the group and check for traps, whatever else.
Okay. You guys begin moving. I will reveal some areas to do. Move your bodies.
There, look around, check.
There's craggy rock, and this entire place smells damp and humid. But yet, as you walk, like the stone itself feels very cold.
Does it seem similar to the place we went before where there were a bunch of slimes?
No, it
Neither.
seems very different than that. There was a sort of acidic and sulfuric smell
Oh, okay.
throughout that place that is definitely lacking here. This place smells musty, and it smells sort of like limestone, like this. That's sort of like that dripping kind of
Like when you
Got
go
that
when
feeling
you,
of being in a cavern, yeah.
yeah, if you're
Just making
spelunking.
sure that we're not gonna have stuff coming out of the wall. I mean, we might still have stuff coming out
Yeah,
of the
oh,
wall.
100% it's going to come
The
out of the wall.
slime's coming out of the wall.
It is, but it'll be rock monsters that come out of the rock wall.
So, just thinking about it, I think we need to clear this whole place. Well, because no one's gonna believe us if we go back after losing.
But we can talk about that later. So I'm checking for traps. Is that perception, investigation? What do we?
Yeah. Go. Sorry about that. Go ahead and make an investigation check. I would say you're searching for it directly. Make me an investigation check.
19.
With a 19, you do not see anything that appears to be a trap.
Lead electricity. Also trying to be kind of stealthy.
Oh, I'll be super stealthy. You ready?
Take a look down this right hand side.
Okay, I rolled a natural 20. I'm super stealthy.
Looking down the right-hand side, it seems to like be a cavern that drops off. I didn't mess with this too much, but it just seems to be a cavern that sort of goes this direction, and it seems to drop off at the end here. Sorry,
Like I can't go that
sort
way.
of drop off into the darkness. Well, you could. You don't know. I'd have to go make another map, but you could go that way.
That looks
I'm
like
effectively invisible.
a bit of a dead end, so we're going to go the other way.
Okay. As you begin looking down this direction, see sort of a narrow. Whoops! I did the opposite thing. See a sort of like narrow way down. Seems to have like sort of naturally hewn steps, making their way descending into the cavern.
Going, keeps searching.
Okay, if you're not searching for anything other than traps specifically, make me a perception check.
I can do perception. I'm good at perception.
18.
18. You do notice about here that the rock in the wall seems to be shifting and moving slightly. Very, very, very small at the beginning, and as you watch, it seems to be get slightly more intense.
Like moving, like.
Like you think maybe in 5 seconds the intensity might get even bigger.
Like it's gonna burst out at us.
It looks like the rock is doing something. You're not sure what.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Okay, make an attack roll, and yeah, make an attack roll.
I love that you're not readying, you're just shooting.
Well,
Yeah.
because yeah, same difference, I guess. 22 to hit.
Yeah, you hit it. Whatever it is, the wall definitely hit.
10 points of force damage.
10 points of force damage. Why not?
Arn, why is she shooting walls?
And
He's moving.
as this earth elemental moves out of the wall, I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh shit! It's not just a wall.
Wow, who would have seen that coming?
I did.
Things
What
happen.
What a twist!
You guys,
Got a
you,
six.
guys can't make fun of me for having a trial of elements and using elementals.
It
No,
makes
rude.
sense. We're not making fun of
No.
you.
You're
We're making...
rude. I'm just
You're
throwing false-
rude. You hurt
false,
the baby.
Fury. No, you hurt the baby.
I'm still mad at you.
Yeah, we hurt the baby. He killed the baby.
Yeah.
I did not kill the baby.
We healed
He
the
made it
baby.
vanish.
Yeah, it's gonna come back later as an evil. Kind of like greed.
Northlock Kraken.
You guys have no idea what happened to Greed. You haven't even pursued the idea of what happened with Greed.
That is all
Isn't
Seti
that-
has been doing. Excuse me.
It's
Why
in
do
the
you think
book.
she wants all this fucking power? To find
He's in the
greed.
book. We found him. He's in the book, isn't he? Did we find him in the book? We saw
All right,
like a little,
everybody
like,
roll initiative. Roll initiative. Roll initiative.
little green
24.
picture. You know it's 18.
Oh, that's spite initiative.
24. Wow.
16, man.
I don't imagine that this Earth Elemental is going to roll very high. Well, I rolled very low. And it has a -1 to its dex. So it rolled an actual dirty 1.
Nice.
So that is the Earth Elemental. All right, so 25 to 20, we have SETI with 24. Anybody else above 20?
No.
19 to 15.
18.
At 16.
And 15.
Okay. What you got for me, Bropsy?
A fucking 6.
Still
That's-
better than the Earth Elemental, who just got his
Twice
face
as-
blasted the second it appeared into the wall.
Twice as good as my 3 from last round. It won't.
I believe you have a second beam, don't you?
Oh, I sure do.
And that fires off too.
Forgot about
You,
that.
you woke it up from its nap. That's the low.
That was 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right. Am I first in the order?
Yes, you definitely are, babe.
Go again. Ooh, that's going to be a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
The second one is 26.
They both hit.
Oh, that was so close to max. 11 points for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
13 points for the second one. Uh,
You said 13 for the second one, or?
yeah. Total of 24
Wow.
points.
Nice. Okay. Fantastic. Are you going to move?
I will absolutely move.
Okay.
I feel like Bropsy's probably with us and not in the portal room still.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Sorry, I'm grabbing food, but yes.
As Seti comes back, you always pick fights. Everyone loves you, and you still pick fights.
Okay. So if you're done, Grim.
Grim. Well, let's see. What did we say quaffing a potion is?
Bonus.
With the bonus.
What potion
Man,
do you
I'm-
need to quaff right now?
I'm gonna quaff my haste potion. Get it last time.
Against the slow guy?
I mean, I like having extra action. I guess if it's just one, I can save it for later. Well, then I'll shillelagh. And I gotta do something other than just shillelagh, because I'm not gonna run
Maybe
into it.
you should take a haste potion. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That was a mean joke.
Ha 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 ha.
Wasn't even funny.
It's not gonna be helpful against him. I was like ready in action if he comes within 10 feet of Bulpin.
Sure.
Okay.
If he comes
then
within
that's what
10
we're
feet,
doing.
you will boop him.
Okay. Because I don't
Okay.
want to go run up to him. That's Mitnir's job.
Speaking of which, Mitnir, it is your turn.
I'm going to do the smart thing and run up to him.
Oh, okay.
30, yeah. And yeah, we're just gonna take a swing at him. We're gonna see what happens.
All right. Make an attack.
That's a nat 20 for a 28.
Well, that'll definitely hit. Let's roll that crit damage. And don't forget to roll a secondary to see if you sever something.
Right, so that would be 16 points of slash damage. That rolled really low.
That's real low for a crit from you.
2, 2, 3, and a 4. Alright, and then another 20 to see if... Nope, I rolled a 2 on that, so...
Didn't
That
you
didn't
also... don't you also get like a bonus when you do a crit? Like just a flat bonus?
that was the extra dice or whatever. I don't have any other
Okay, cool.
bonuses that I know of.
Just making sure.
Alright,
Okay.
so
So as
I'll
you
take
cut into this thing, if you feel like you expect to do so much damage. You know, this is a good strike right across the neck. But as it does, you just watch your blade like sink in and then just sort of scrape off, and you watch as sparks begin flying off of this thing. You definitely hurt it, and it seems like because of the magic behind your sword, you do damage it well. But you figure this was a regular sword, this thing would have been tickled. So that puts us at
Second swing. 2 swings.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he does do that.
19 to hit.
I think that hits. That hits, yes.
All right. And that is 10 more points of damage.
Solid. Okay, I gotta stop rolling low on all of my monsters. Orin.
Okay. I will just move up right here. And I'm going to shoot some radiant bolts.
Okay.
Well, that probably misses with an 11.
But that does miss.
And a 13.
Yeah, the light, as you begin to do these, your fists light up, they actually sort of like mess with your vision, and the darkness beyond looks so much darker that even the headlamp can't show you what you want to see. So as you go to fire off, you almost blind yourself, and it just arcs straight off above and hits the wall behind them with both swings. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Propsy.
Heck, I'm coming back. I will. Where am I? Oh, on my way back there. I will do a lovely little ice knife. Frostbite.
Okay, is that a
Con
contact?
15.
Okay. Well. Actually, it rolled 4, so that's only... What is his proficiency? That is a 12.
Alright, so that becomes 10 damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Now, as you begin to like freeze this thing, you watch as frost begins crawling over the surface of the rocks, and it begins to stiffen. And as it does so, you watch as another one comes out of the wall right behind Mitnir, and just sort of shifts through the wall and just sort of like looks lazily at him, and then looks lazily at you, Orin, and just like steps towards Orin and takes a swing, whereas the other one's going to take a swing with disadvantage against ooh, that is, hold up, I lost my monster.
No, my attack is gonna be, I'll hit him when he moves in.
Disadvantage. Ooh, that is a 11 to hit you, Mitnir. Obviously miss. And a natural 1. So he misses you with both attacks.
And then, as this guy moves within 10 feet, have him roll a DC, whatever, call it.
Also
DC
12.
16. He rolled a 12?
Mm-hmm.
So he takes 1d6 necrotic, the one by... Oh, he takes 6 necrotic.
Nice.
And then I'm bopping him because he's within 10 feet.
Awesome.
So I swap. I hope to bop him 18.
That just hits. Actually, a little bit more than just hits.
So 13 max damage of Shillelagh.
Okay, as it slams into him, you watch as it cracks. And this thing sort of lazily looks its head back up at you.
Hit him 19 at least. That's something.
Yeah.
It is magical. I don't know if that's worth pointing out. Because of
Okay.
Shillelagh.
Yeah. All right, so then we're going to do continuation of his turn. He's going to attack Orin with one that is a 16 to hit.
Miss.
And that is another natural 1. Oh my god. I
Nice.
guess you guys are getting a break. I'm rolling so low.
We're okay with that. So don't worry, Gagnor.
Okay, that's their turn. They just come out and tried to swing, fucking missed with every attack, and it is now your turn, Seti.
Alright. I'm going to Eldritch Blast again. Oh, that's a good 26 to hit on the first one.
26 to hit. That definitely does that.
18 on the second one.
18 also hits.
Right, for a total of...
And this is the new Earth Elemental, right? You're attacking? Yeah, because I don't think you can see the other one down the hall. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So for a total of 23 points of damage.
Okay. Nice. Big hit. As you blast off pieces of rock, the force damage causing them to like sort of scatter. You're getting rained on a little bit by like minerals and like small bits of quartz, Orin. As this thing is like getting pounded by these like sort of force blasts. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Grim.
Well, what do we do? Do we use an ability? And so far, it doesn't seem super necessary. Well, I think we'll just shillelagh him again.
Okay.
I would like to do it with advantage, but I can't move too far. Near you. 23. And
Mm-hmm.
nine shillelagh damage.
Okay. Sweet.
That's all I'm going to do.
Okay. Mitnir, you watch as you can hear the sound of this thing shifting through the wall behind you. You sort of glance over your shoulder and you see this thing and you look at it and you meet eyes more or less, but it's really just kind of got like sort of overly pronounced rocks for eyebrows that just sort of like lift for a second and then sink back down as it turns towards the other ones. But you're like pinched between two earth elementals.
Shrugs and swings at the first one again.
Awesome. Perfect. Take an inspiration die for that.
What's inspiration do? I'll use it right here. D6.
It could be a D6.
So that's a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. That does hit. Just because you were just like, nah. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
So 13 points of damage on the first swing.
Dirty.
And does it again. It's 25 to hit.
Yeah.
For 9 points of damage.
Nice. I'm bad at math sometimes. Went the wrong way. Okay, there we go. All right. So, Mitnir, you just keep hacking away at it. Just bits of like sparks flying, bits of like quartz and like whatever that thing's called. It's a pink Valspar. Just like sort of like just splintering off and hitting the ground. You're just chopping through this thing. It is looking rough at this point. Orin, you just pull the bits of dust and rocks out of your eyes and then look and you see that this thing is still towering above you. But now significantly closer than the last one you tried to attack.
Yep. I will take my bladed chain out and make 2 attacks.
Alrighty.
14.
14 is a miss.
21.
21 hits. Absolutely.
That will be 9 damage.
Okay.
And just because I'm gonna do a stunning strike. So DC 15 con save.
It succeeds its con save.
Cool.
So you strike it, and as you do, your hand goes a little bit. No, you use the metal thing, and you hit it. As you do, you see the there's sort of like almost like you hit a gong. There's just like sort of this reverb that just sends through the rock and through your own hands, like back through the chain. You can just feel the vibration. It seems like maybe it could have worked, but this thing's pretty fucking hard. Pretty hardy. Okay.
Well, I haven't used this much. We keep fighting shit with tons of con.
Yeah. Brapsy.
Perhaps he has a cat in front of her screen.
So she just goes.
I'm just gonna go ahead and frostbite again.
Okay. Oh, con save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. 12 again. I have
Now,
rolled a
now
4.
you roll low.
I have rolled a 4 every time she has cast a spell with these guys so far. I have rolled a 4.
That is 10 bludgeoning or cold damage. Sorry,
10 cold
disadvantage again.
And disadvantage on this guy. It's on the same line. That's so funny. Okay. It was like the 1, 2, 3. Like the 6th time it had taken damage on both of those. It got frostbited. Okay. That's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first Earth Elemental is going to swing its swingless swing, and that is a 16 to hit you, Mitnir.
Nope.
Yeah. God. And the second one, natural 20, baby. Let's go. Oh, thank God I finally got to do a little bit of damage. I wanted to at least weaken you guys a little bit before going into the next fight. Ooh. Are you raging?
No.
Okay, good to know. Oop, that's cocked. Okay. 6, 8, 13, 18 points of bludgeoning damage from the slam attack. As it misses you the first time, it slams and racks into the wall, and then it goes to do the second time, and it hits the ceiling, and you think, haha, I got this. But then you see that the rock from the top of the ceiling where it slams actually dislodges and falls and hits you in the shoulder and like braces into against. This thing's still missing you. You've definitely got it in a fight, but it just luckily sort of gets some collateral damage on you with the strike. Definitely a lucky one on its part. The next one is going to swing at Orin because these things are dumb as, well, a pile of rocks. Ooh, that is a 24 to hit.
Does that one have disadvantage on this attack?
It sure does. That is a 13 to hit.
Misses.
It does get a second attack.
Yeah.
That is a 15 to hit.
Misses. You know how I feel.
They are going to move into the rocks. Both of them are going to move into the rocks. You get an attack of opportunity. Grim, Orin, and Mitnir.
21.
That hits.
26.
11 damage.
11 damage.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
I do 16 damage.
I do 7 damage.
All right. So as these things do disappear into the rocks, so on vroom, vroom. You guys give them a nice wallop on their way out. Okay. It is now Seti's turn.
They're doing more Eldritch Blasting.
You see nothing there.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Where?
Mitnir ducks out of the way of a stray Eldritch Blast.
Sorry, I'm having lag with funny.
It's like, just roll a nat 20 on perception. See where they went.
Yeah, like.
What are you gonna do, right?
Guess I'm just gonna hold an Eldritch. See something?
Fair enough. Grim.
I mean, I'll hold my reaction. Like, I mean, obviously, I can use my reaction whenever.
Cool.
Come on,
Mitnir.
and an attack too. I mean, the reaction is kind of just.
Mitnir looks at the wall where it like slid in
Mm-hmm.
and headbutts it.
Make an attack roll.
It's a 15.
15? Okay. Make a con check. Constitution saving throw.
27.
27? You charge your head back and you go to headbutt it, you go through the wall. you are on the other side, and the wall closes up behind you. You are right here by yourself on the other side of the wall.
That's good.
But looking down, you can see that there is, I'll go ahead and reveal this area. There seems to be a glowing green light emitted from what looks like lichen on the ground. The earth elementals are shifting into the space ahead of you, and you see a large, fleshy, rock-like creature. I couldn't find a good mini for this, and I didn't want to draw one, so guys, don't make fun of me for the mini I used, okay?
I'm gonna make fun of you because you're a butt today.
Is that a rancor?
It's a fucking rancor.
Nice.
I didn't know what to use for it, so. So this big, meaty lug of a thing is moving around, and you can, with your eye, see a hovering crystal surrounded and grabbed by lichen.
I guess I'll use my second action, technically, and just talk to them like, guys, I think I found it.
You're muted, babe. You really gotta stop that
Sorry.
shit.
Well, I'm trying to avoid drier sounds. But
We can't hear anything. You're fine.
just shit.
Yeah, we don't hear it.
We're coming. And
Guess we
Okay,
just
every
go
now and
down
again.
the hallway, right?
can we book it?
I mean, yeah. Start running. Yeah.
Go to where Mitnir disappeared and like.
Yeah. As you guys
Put
come
my
around the corner, you
hands
see like, oh yeah, it's just like a fucking hallway. You just go straight through. Around. There's that scary moment where I'm like, yeah, he absolutely goes through that wall. Like, what if it was like a full-on labyrinth and he's like right there in the boss room by himself?
I got this.
If it was any other map, I would have been ecstatic for that to have happened, but I didn't make these maps. I just grabbed things. I didn't have time.
I have
was
an
playing too
idea.
much New World.
We want to ask nicely before we.
What if we just grab the shard and bolt?
That's what I was thinking too.
I mean, you're kind of scowls at the suggestion.
I mean, I can get it from here.
I know Mitnir really wants to fight things, but we did talk about saving our resources so that we could fight other things later.
He like shoulders kind of droop, like, kind of starts to like the slow walk quietly towards you guys.
So as you guys look at this sort of like weird looking creature that is just a mass of like muscle and like stone covered hide, it begins to like just shift and move around the area, and you can see that again, I have a weird mini for this, but you can see like the top of its body. There's no actual head. It's just like parting in the middle, and you can see a big gaping maw coming out of the top of it,
Ooh.
facing towards the ceiling.
Don't even know what that would be.
Well,
Is there some kind of check?
Oren, if you want to
Like-
try...
You can make a nature check.
Nature check. 19.
Let me see where these things. I don't think you would have known where this is coming from with a 19. On a 20, I would have said yes, but
Somebody.
A
So it looks
19.
like it looks like a rancor, but it is a sarlacc.
no.
That's kind of what I'm
It's kind of got a Sarlacc thing going on too. But yeah, it definitely seems to be something that is Earth oriented. You can tell that it is some sort of elemental. Okay, what would you guys like to do? You're technically not in combat right now, but I do need you to make a stealth check if you're attempting to hide.
I guess
I want to attempt to telekinesis the floaty crystal gem and bring it to me.
Okay. If you're gonna attempt to do this without them noticing, because it's easy enough to move the gem, you just have to. I'm gonna have you do an intelligence check to break the lichen to move it, which is going to be only a 13 intelligence check. But,
On my rolls, this is gonna be hard.
but if you're gonna try to do it
Perhaps
without
guide
them
him.
noticing, I will also have to make you do a
I
stealth
give
check
guidance.
that will be subsequent to your ability to even moving it. So, If you can successfully move it and you want to do it quietly, then first the moving roll, then secondarily the stealth roll.
Now I've remembered now which things have alerts.
The moving roll is the intelligence run, right?
Yes, to move it.
All right. What does guidance do?
What does
That's a
guidance do?
D4.
That's a good
Right?
question. It's been a long time since I've been allowed to use it.
It's been a long time since you were mine. Sorry, I gotta stop it.
You can roll a d4 and add the number to an ability check.
Well, I need a 2 or higher.
All right.
I got a 3, so that's a 14 intelligence
So
check.
this thing starts to move, and as it does, you think for a moment, you're like, well, that's not gonna come, that's not gonna come. And then, like, Bropsy puts her hand on your shoulder, like a little claw, and she just looks at you, and you know you can do it. So you just focus just a little bit harder, and you watch as the lichen begins to pull apart. If you're attempting to do it stealthily, tell me now, and you can make a stealth check. Otherwise, that sucker's gonna come fast, but
I'll try to
they'll
do
know.
it stealthily.
okay. So you're gonna move it. You're gonna move it a little slower, but
I continue to guidance.
Okay, so that will be a 21.
21 stealth. Oh no. Ooh. What is their perception? Come on, Earth Elementals, you can do
Probably
this.
not that high.
The rocks.
It's trash. It's -1. On a 19, they do not see it. Natural 19 on the Earth Elemental does not see as this crystal hovers out in that and heads towards you. You recover the crystal without a fight. And it just hovers straight across the room.
And we backtrack as quick as we can.
So let's
It hovers
get out
straight
of
through
here.
the room, and it is right there next to him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pick that
I'll
up.
just keep
Just keep it going.
telekinesing it and bring it with us.
Do.
Back
Because
up.
telekinesis lasts for 10 minutes, so I'll just bring it with us.
Okay, so as you hover this thing through and you guys head straight back to the portal. As you do,
Mhm.
you feel something.
Said he just double bird.
As you start walking, you feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You feel this feeling like some very large predator is breathing down the back of your neck as you guys walk towards this portal.
Must be your body, Oren.
Wants us to go back and kill them.
And as you all step back on the portal, there's a moment.
I'll grab the shard when I step on the portal.
All right, you hold on to the shard, and as each of you has your own individual shard, there's this moment where it pulses up green, and then as it begins to flash again, you watch as your teammates are standing still. This thing is moving once again, and it's moving slower and slower. There's a moment where you see it, and you see a tentacle lash out in your direction. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh man, no pressure. 18?
As that tentacle whips through, you duck just slightly, and something in you just goes, no. And you watch as the gap narrows slightly, and as it pulls down, you feel like a whiff of air across your face as you find yourselves back where you began. And you guys all feel, as you come out of this, a shake and a big puff of air like hit your face. Like your hair gets blown back and your feathers get ruffled. And your scales get blown with air.
You think these teleporter things would be a little more gentle?
I think
like,
Northwood's
what?
not pleased with us.
That one wasn't very hard. Okay.
We really need
Did
to
you guys
kill the
see what I
next
learned how to
ones.
do? I can walk through walls now.
But only with you go ahead first.
How else would you do it?
Well, guys, I don't know how many more of these portals I can take, because Northought almost got me that time.
Can we just toss you in the bag of holding? Is that okay?
No, he'll die in there. Do you?
He'll die out here.
How long can he hold his breath?
Well,
How
do you
long
think
can you
it's?
hold your breath?
Do you think it's these are just portals like the portals we were going through back in the city, and you're just fucked no matter what? Do you think he's mad because we're not killing things, and if we start killing things, he might not fuck with you? I don't know. You could just stay here if you want. I don't know. I think all 5 of us have to go through.
I think if he stays, yeah, he might kick him out.
I mean, it's fine if he gets kicked out, but I think we need 5 people. I don't know.
I don't.
So
I mean,
when
the
we
portal
went
thing.
in that portal the first time, I saw like the space between planes or something.
Mm-hmm.
What you actually saw is a place you've been before. It's just
Oh, so it was like Northought's realm
Mhm.
or something like that. That's what I would think it is anyway.
So
It's a space that you've seen before when traveling, like when you saw those other Northoughts moving, except for this time there was something else there, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So it's
Big
space
boy's
between space.
got his eye on you.
why do we think he's watching you? Why not all of us? How did he latch on you and not anyone else? Or maybe he is and we
because-
just can't see it.
No, it's because I'm marked by him.
Well, when? How did that
None
happen?
of you are marked.
When were
It
you?
happened when I tried to heal my father when Northought was attacking him.
Oh,
I touched my father to heal him, and it went in through my hand.
and that was like a dream. Dream, right? That you had before you went missing.
Sort of a dream, but it's like I was actually there. So,
Right. Well, I know I use dream in quotes because
but yes.
Okay.
So when we take these portals, he sees me,
Well,
and on that one on the way back, he tried to get me with that black tentacle thing.
what do you want to do? Do you want to leave? We've got 2 shards. We can call it quits. That's fine. We are halfway through. We could just all leave and be done with this stupid fucking place. Or we could try to just leave you in this waiting room area. Maybe you could leave alone. And maybe we could continue. I don't know, but we could try it.
Don't really want to leave you guys hanging like that.
We don't want you to be in danger anymore.
I don't want you to die again. It was hard enough
We're
bringing you
very
back the
much our
first time.
priority. Huh?
Yeah. If
But I
he's-
also don't want to quit.
If he's not watching us, then, I'm fine using the portals for the rest of us, but I don't want him to get you again. That's what...
I mean, isn't he just probably gonna go after you anyway if we try to leave? If he's like in
Depends
charge of the whole thing.
How we're leaving.
Yeah.
It
No,
should be
I mean-
easy to find you no matter what happens, though, right? We hooked up to the thing.
We could try one more, see how it goes.
But what if...
I mean,
mean-
if he gets me, then you're in there without me. If I'm staying here anyway, you're in there without me.
Well, yes, but on the one hand, you're here chilling totally fine, and on the other hand, you're taken by Northought to die somewhere. So, that's a big difference to us. I'd rather think you are safe here, or back on the ship, or wherever this thing spits you out at when you quit.
Well, if I make it in, and it was difficult, I could always die and get spit out, right?
Sure, we don't know where you go. It might be a while before we can find you again in the other world, in Selindor.
Sure, but he won't have me, right?
I mean, at
Only
the
in
end of the
Selindor.
day, it's your life. You can do what you want. But I vote that you stay here and we try to go in without you. I just don't want to lose you
Nah,
again.
I'm gonna go. I'm going with you.
Right. right. So then do we
You stick together.
do we do fire
Okay.
or air?
Well, we have 2 people who can fly.
I can fly for a minute.
This
I mean, it might be
emergency
enough.
flying.
All right. So I can cast levitate on one person and fly on another. That just leaves one person who will be fucked.
Aren't those both concentration?
Oh shit. This. Yes. Okay. Well, I can cast fly on one person. So, I mean, I could make Mitnir fly, and then he can probably carry me. He's done it before on the, the log trick. I can just up onto his back and, Grim, I don't know where that leaves you.
I don't know.
We could do a polymorph. If this is assuming we need to fly. We probably will need to fly, but we are making assumptions.
True, we don't know if we will need to.
Maybe it's just a bird and monster thing. Kind of looks at Propsy like, but scary.
Question
Yeah,
is,
I don't know. We
how
could just
many
go there and
creatures-
see what happens.
All right. Well, I'm going to ready a fly. Mitnir. I am getting on your back preemptively as we go to the portal, and I am readying a fly spell so that if we start to fall, it immediately makes you fly.
Just carry Seti across the threshold.
Okay, so
Yes, please.
Seti is saying this, and she crawls onto your back. I guess it's up to you if you want to like hold her legs or something.
Piggyback.
Or what do you...
Yeah, no, we'll kind of like, put arms back to kind of hold your legs, like,
Mhm.
to get you up high enough, so you're comfortable type thing.
Yep. Okay. So
So
as
you could do the sitting on the shoulders way.
Well, I don't want to be too unwieldy in case he has to fight something. So you can use your arms. I can just hold on really tight. It'll be fine.
Okay, so so Seti is on Mitnir's back. Oren, you're standing there just ready to bamf your wings out.
Yep.
Bropsy is a bird, so she just walks onto the platform. What about you, Grim? What's your plan?
I think Bropsy's ready to polymorph Grim
Yeah.
into
Okay,
some sort of
Bropsy is
flying creature.
I guess holding his hand ready to polymorph him, right?
I guess so.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
So as you and Bropsy awkwardly hold hands, the most unlikely pair in the group to hold hands, and
I
as
just put my hand on his shoulder or something.
yeah, something like that. Well, his shoulder's way high up there. Like you have to like fly up and like just sit on his shoulder or something.
He's like 7 feet tall.
Perch on his shoulders.
I could, yes.
Yeah, he's 7 feet tall. There's lots of
Not on
nasty
this,
mushrooms
not
up there,
on,
though.
not on this shoulder
Oh,
though.
okay.
This is the one with the bulbous eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you guys settle in and move your way onto the portal, you sit there 5 seconds. 1, 2. The ground never lights up.
Mitnir taps it with his toe, like, hey!
Well, this is a broken one, right?
You guys are standing awkwardly on a platform on top of each other, prepared to fly, and it does not light up.
This is the broken one.
This is the one at the bottom,
Yeah, the
and
broken arch.
the arch is broken.
Yeah,
Doesn't
on
light
the
up at
map
all.
screen. That's all.
Well,
Look, hold on.
maybe.
I think it's been
Or-
about 10 minutes, so that crystal just got really fucking heavy. That is solid. That is solid crystal, and
I
it
mean-
weighs about 150 pounds.
Yeah, I'm assuming the new one can't go in the bag of holding either.
So as it does, it gets really heavy, and then you like immediately start to drop it, and then it hovers just a few inches off the ground.
Oh. You can like kind of
Yeah.
just shove it.
Yeah, you can shove it. It's unwieldy, but you can move it around.
So maybe we
Well-
can't do
I'll
this
just
one.
I'll tie a rope to it and tie the rope around my waist.
Okay. So you
I'll
got a
drag
little
it
tag
around.
along. Okay.
Yeah. little buddy on a
I've
leash.
heard of a pet rock before, but this
So this is the
uh,
reason. This is the reason why they think it's only 3, but it could be 4.
Right. So maybe
So
we
we
have
have-
maybe we have to do fire first, and
Yes.
then deal with this later.
put all the things together and then go in there.
Try to save
Maybe.
stuff in case we need to fly.
Yes. Save polymorph, save the fly spell. And yeah. Alright. Let's try fire then. Is there any preparation we need to do first? I might want to drink one of my fire resistance potions.
I was like, Mitnir's still carrying. He didn't put you down. He's just walking towards the fire one.
That's fine. I have one potion of fire resistance. I feel like I might want to drink it before we go in. Let me see how long it lasts. For 1 hour. Okay. So yeah, I have one. I think, did everybody get one? I know we bought a bunch.
Fire resist? I
Yeah.
don't think I have one.
I think there were like 4 available. I think.
Grabbed one.
Okay.
Well, I am drinking my fire potion and then getting on the portal whenever, that's all happening. So that's my prep.
Yeah, don't know if I have one or not. I don't know that I do.
Well, I'm pretty sure there were 4. I thought there were, but I know there were at least 4.
I know
Except for
somebody
one on
said they
my
didn't want
sheet.
one because they were already something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Worried about it.
It'll be fine.
Oh, Grim didn't need one because he had that absorb elements thing.
I'll just keep casting absorb elements.
So I think all the rest of us have 1.
All right,
Is what it was.
then we're
Okay.
drinking a fire resist potion and then getting on the portal.
Okay, so as you guys drink your potions and step onto the portal, you see the red begins to light up at your feet. 5-second countdown. Anybody
hang on. I reach out and I grab Orin's hand.
Okay.
Just
you
as
grab
we-
on the orange hand.
We'll
And as
also
the
grab his
final-
other hand.
Light happens. You guys watch as there is like a sort of pulse, and you see Orin as this thing begins to move down. And you, Seti, see as this thing begins to move down, and there's a frozen Grim and a frozen Mitnir. And you, Bropsy, see as this thing begins to move down, 2 frozen friends, and the 3 of you looking as the space between begins to part. See light being ripped into darkness, and in the distance you see what looks like a burning sun, a slit in it, sort of oblong like this, blackness, where light is falling further in, almost like a cascading effect. And this thing sort of pulses with this sort of light, like a sun burning, but in colors you've never seen before. Infinite colors. Interesting. And it closes again. And as it pulls down, you guys find yourselves surrounded by heat. Hopefully to the next map.
Shit.
Oh, it's toasty in here. Oh,
You guys saw that?
It's fucked up,
Yeah.
Orin.
what?
Yeah, that happens every time I do this.
Are we there with them or
Every
no?
time?
Or,
Yeah, we're on
Yeah.
the other side now.
okay. I know we were frozen. I don't know if we.
I think that might have been a bad idea that you guys held my hand on that one, because now he saw you two.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it, but I wanted to see if I could help you.
Well, should we all hold hands?
We're fucked.
Yeah, what? Why? What's this about holding hands?
We saw what Orin sees, and it's not great. It's not good. And Northwot thought it was very interesting that we were there too. And we have
I need him.
other fish to fry right now, so let's focus on this and worry about that later.
I don't know why I bothered doing any of this. You guys can see that there's a basic lake of fire, lava surrounding you,
This should be a pretty
I'll
well
give you
lit
help, Gina,
room.
real quick.
and a giant helmet of a dead titan.
Oh,
Something larger than a giant itself melted into the ground. And you see the feet of a figure standing above the bright lights in the distance, some, 40, 50 feet away?
I don't see.
No, I know, because I haven't revealed it yet.
Okay. Well,
Speaking of which, because you guys are dicking around with this, I need to do something very important. You have this to deal with.
The crystal.
Happening? Oh, the crystals.
You have that to deal with, and you have this to deal with.
Right. So
Yeah,
they're currently
that one's
both tied to
me.
somebody, right?
Yep. So I'll put you here, and I'll put this one next to Grim.
Could we have left them in the
I'm
central
good.
area?
I'm gonna cast telekinesis on the one I'm pulling to make it nice and light for me.
Okay. And as you guys are doing that, you hear, "This is my turn already. Let's get this over with." As feet begin to rumble the earth, you watch as an armored individual, some 30 feet tall, begins to step out
Gandorf.
and pull out. Stepping onto the face of his fallen ancestor, removes a great sword from his back. As a fire giant lifts his great sword up, he says, "This is where you fall, little one."
Hello?
And we'll go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, he's not gonna say hello back.
No, this guy's...
He looks like he's tired of this shit.
You know what? I think we'll say this. Let's just pick this up next week. I don't really want to start another combat
Okay,
and then
good.
Have to
pick it up
remember
next.
the
And have to
initiative.
remember where we are.
Tired.
So we'll just go ahead and end it early here, guys. So you guys
You
step
took my
up
other
and you see
crystal
a
with
fire
me.
giant.
We just had 3 of us roll 20 for initiative too.
Well,
And I got a 15.
Okay, here we go.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
can
we can
find
just
the
save
initiative.
the
Find
We
his
can at least just
initiative real
save the
quick.
initiatives, yeah.
Let me find his initiative.
they'll be in the log. Ours will.
I mean, he's a giant, so he'll be really slow.
Yeah, it'll show the rolls in the
so he
log
rolled-
next week.
I mean, we could
Mhm.
also do this. Who got 20?
Mitnir,
Me, Mitnir, and Seti.
Your totals.
20 totals.
20,
Oh, just 2020?
All three of us.
20, 20, 20.
Then I got 18.
So I think it's what?
Orange,
Seti-
Steady, Mitnir.
Or I
I'm
don't know which
writing
one
it
of you has
down and
better
putting
decks.
it in the D&D
Orange gotta
chat
have the
just in
best
case.
deck.
Okay.
I have a +3.
I have +4.
Then I have a +2.
Okay. And then, what did you two roll? Grim and Bropsy?
Grim's 18, Bropsy's
Yeah.
15.
So I actually rolled decent for the fire giant. Still fucking last.
Because this time we
So-
all rolled really well.
Yep, really well. So with that, we'll go ahead and end our session early, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you hung out, we have lots of fun with this. I know you guys maybe. Oh man, our stream looks bad quality. Maybe that's just me. I just checked in on it to see if there was anybody.
I think
and it's
that's just you.
Oh
Looks
yeah, it's
fine to
all
me.
Fine
pixelated.
on this end, yeah.
Yeah, it's just me. But thanks for hanging out, guys. We have fun, and I think that's the most
Woo.
important thing.
We have
Uh,
fun when Gag isn't killing babies.
Am I killing babies? You always make
Yes.
these assumptions. You have
I mean,
no
we don't
idea
know what he's doing with the baby.
I don't have proof that the baby's alive, so baby's dead. And I'm upset.
Oh well, then I've killed
Schrodinger's
so many
baby.
babies. 'Cause my world has so many
Schrodinger's
babies
baby.
that you don't know where they are. So they're all dead.
You murderer.
So
The real baby
Anyway.
was the friends we made along the way.
along the way.
It
The
was
real
our
baby
friend.
the baby inside you all along.
Ugh.
There are two babies
I
inside
don't
of
like
you.
that.
They're twins.
I don't like that.
So next
The one
Friday
you
I do
feed.
have work at 8:30, but we can squeeze in our session as long as we don't go over. So we
Yeah.
are currently planning on playing again next Friday at 5 p.m. Central. So pick up this fight then.
Yeah, this is going a lot faster than I expected. I expected you guys to fight all of these fights.
Well, you know.
Stole the crystal.
But
Yeah.
if there's a way to find your way around it, I knew you guys would do it. So
No,
that's
don't-
cool. And it's just pissing off Northot like you would not believe. But he's
Good.
also very intrigued by the new individuals that just came into his sight. Oh, delicious.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Actually, he didn't say that, but that is his catchphrase. Delicious.
Right.
So
I don't
horrible.
like whatever's happening there. I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's
No, thank
Northot.
I
You should have
don't
seen
like
the
it.
session we did with Northot.
I want to watch it,
good.
but I keep
There.
forgetting about it.
Yeah, I told you guys you're allowed to watch it because he's told you in character what happened. So you guys can go back and watch that session if you care.
I care.
It was only like an hour or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
and then there was a
kinda
lot
short,
of fighting. There was a lot of fighting. But the RP part was very short.
So
Alright.
the Zorn didn't see us then when we were sneaking?
No. Zorn rolled like fucking ass.
I tried.
He didn't even get to pretend to be a rock.
I mean, he was
'Cause
honestly
you guys snuck in there.
like he would have been probably the least interesting fight, at least if we were gonna skip one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he was supposed to be like the easy one for you
Yeah.
guys. You fought the hardest one first. Well, I mean, not the hardest, like the most challenging, right? If you couldn't breathe underwater, you're immediately having a really hard time. And you were fighting a
Yeah.
Kraken. And you were like, that was like the fucking dead zone was supposed to be water. And you guys made friends with the baby Kraken and everybody could breathe underwater. And you stole treasure, which I had already initially said was to myself, was like, yes, it's fake treasure. You go back through and it's water. So it sucks for you, but
Worth it.
Keeps
I was like,
happening
yep.
to me.
And the
This
thing's
keeps
in the box.
happening.
I was like, and you guys can find it when you look for treasure. You'll find this big thing in this locked box.
I gotta get this stream down. So good night, everybody. We love you. Thanks for joining us. I hope you have a
Mwah.
great weekend.